Hey, what's up, guys? Doing one more video here before it gets too late. Um, I just want to talk about some things with Nintendo. With I'll go ahead and grab it. Yeah, with the Mario Rabbids, you know what it is. The Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle came out, and it's really really cool. I haven't personally played a game like that. I heard it's like XCOM, and there's probably other ones, but it's like a strategy RPG type deal, turn based. It's super cool. If you don't know what it is, look up the review, come back, watch this. I'm not going to do all that. But two things I've had in my mind for a long time, and actually it seems like the right time to come out and say both the ideas I have. I was talking to a coworker about it today, and he was sitting there like, dude, that'd be so freaking cool. This is something that I came up with. I don't know why, to get more people on board, Nintendo doesn't do something similar to Mario Rabbids, do something like that, or to the relevance of something like Mario RPG, where it's just straight up turn based, straight up old school RPG style. One of those ways. But make it to where there's some enemy that's ahead of everybody, but it's basically the head of everything. And have it to where the different levels in the game, like you could have in your party, like you might start off as Mario and Link, or Mario and Luigi, and you start out as them. And as you go from world to world and stuff, you have people like Kirby in the game. All Nintendo licensed stuff, so they don't have to pay nobody, they don't have to ask permission by nobody, they just use them. You have Donkey Kong, you got Samus with Metroid, you got Link, obviously, Zelda. Have Princess Zelda in it, and have them be a part of your party, and have them be good at something. Like maybe Zelda is the healer; she's really good at healing, not so good at fighting. You have Link, who's obviously great at fighting, a little bit good at everything. You have Kirby, who could suck up people's powers and use them for your party. Like suck up maybe there's an enemy that's like this great healer, and he can suck up the healer and use its powers and use it for the party for the fight. Stuff like that. Um, and from world to world that you go to, you visit Hyrule and you go after Ganon. You visit the Mushroom Kingdom, you go after Bowser. You visit Kirby's Dreamland and you go after King Dedede. You go from place to place. You go up into space and you're on a planet for Samus, and you're fighting Metroids, and you're fighting Mother Brain, and somehow correlate a story with that, where you're fighting all of them to either get something or to face this higher boss. But bring all of the brand together and call it, like, I don't know, like Nintendo Universe or something sort of like Smash Brothers, but Smash Brothers is very basic. That's a very just straight fighting game. You have a few moves, which, don't get me wrong, it's awesome. And but make this game a story-driven game, kind of like Kingdom Battle, where you move around, you move into cover, you got to cover each other, you got to heal each other. You have maybe add a leveling system, an attribute skill system, and just put all of the games in there together. And if you could, maybe they could even try for some sort of licensing agreement. Like, can I use Mega Man? Can I get with Capcom? Can I use Mega Man? And just other, excuse me, other characters. How cool would that be to have a game where we mix them all together? So fans of Kirby, like me, I'm not really a fan of Kirby, but I'm gonna play that game because it's got Mario and Link and everybody else in it. And I like those guys. I like these selected people. People who don't like Metroid. There's a lot of people that don't really prefer the Metroid games. But for the people that do it, it brings everybody together. And it'll get everybody to buy them games. I mean, even have, now that they're Nintendo licensed, even have Splatoon characters. Have a Splatoon in it. Go to a Splatoon world. Sort of like how in Kingdom Hearts, you go to each movie. And you do stuff like that. Go to each Nintendo place. I mean, that's just use different games. Kid Icarus could be in there. I mean, just look for Nintendo licensed stuff, and then maybe someday, if they made a second one or something like that, you could add other people and maybe get licensing agreements and use other stuff, like use Shovel Knight. You know, go to a world with freaking Shovel Knight and have it be where it has a screen just like a Kingdom Battle where you're running around and you have things to collect, and you can get new weapons and upgrades for certain people. Like, oh fuck, I found Mario's hammer. I found the freaking Master Sword for Link. Like, maybe at the beginning he doesn't have the Master Sword. You have to go to Hyrule and find the Master Sword for him to make him better. You know, things like that. I feel like that'd be so awesome. And have everybody be unique. Like, Mario's good at this. Link's good at this. And to where you could choose your party however you want. Like, maybe the fights could be 3-on-3, 4-on-4. But you have this huge party to choose from. And it's just like an old school RPG. And I just think that'd be so cool. Let me know what you guys think. If you think that'll ever happen, or if you think it's stupid, or what other things should it have? Name other people that I forgot off the top of my head. Is there other Nintendo license? Fucking, Double Dragon's probably not. Billy and Jimmy. That's not Nintendo license, I don't think, is it? I don't even remember. I can't think right now. Ninja Gaiden, that's Tecmo and stuff. You know, you wonder if they got rights to them anymore. Fucking Little Mac, dude. Fucking Little Mac. How fucking sick would that be, dude? I'm just looking around my room at posters, seeing if I forget anybody. But anyways, Castlevania, if you get Konami. Have fucking Simon Belmont in that motherfucker. But anyways, another game, my second idea. One character I always want to learn about, because there's more to him. He's not just the big mean guy all the time. I feel like there's a reason behind the madness. At some point he was normal. And you want to know what happened. Like how they did the Bowser's Inside Story for Mario. They did it on the, I think that was the DS. I gotta play that game, by the way. I think it tells Bowser's story. I've never played it, but I would assume it does. Bowser's Inside Story. And it's all about Bowser. Fucking sweet. But what they need to do is make a game where you learn all about Ganondorf. Come out with a Zelda game where you play as Ganon. Start out as a kid. Start out as a little ass kid or a teenager or something. And learn how he became, I think he was a thief. Right? He was a thief, and then he ended up going into the Hyrule Castle, and he wanted the Triforce and stuff or something like that. I'm not super good with Zelda and what the backstories. I just kind of play the games, and I'm trying to get through them all. But there's a shitload of them. But, you know, be able to learn Ganon's side of it. Like, how did he become the demon? How did he get like that? I know how he turned into the pig. Yeah, because he tried to use a Triforce, and it turned him into the pig. Experience that in the game. Maybe at the end you finally get it, and it turns you into a fucking the pig. And then you have to fight Link, and Link, maybe, you know, in the game you beat him, but at the end Link beats you. You know, but you learn Ganon's side of it, and then it shows where Ganon goes when he gets beat. You know, he gets sealed away, and maybe the end of the game's him being sealed away, talking about how he'll have revenge and he'll come back. And teach us, have us learn about Ganondorf. I think that'd be so cool. And you don't have to be super violent about it. I think it could still be Nintendo, but you know, try to go those boundaries, kind of like Breath of the Wild did, where obviously in Breath of the Wild, fucking Ganon massacred everybody in that game. You know, all the guardians that you're going to, they're all dead. Like, it's like Nintendo's low key being, you know, walking around with dead people. And Link just about got killed, but Zelda saved him. And it's a really dark game if you look at it. And I love how Zelda disguises stuff like that. And shame on me, I've never played Majora's Mask, but I heard Majora's Mask is super dark. Super, super dark. So I can't wait to play it. That's the next one I'm playing. I just gotta get through Kingdom Battle, and I am playing Luigi's Mansion 2. But when I get through those, I gotta check it out. But I think everybody else would too. I want to fucking play as Ganon. I want to learn about Ganon. I don't know a lot about Ganon. I want to know some backstory. We know so much backstory about Link, about Zelda, and all the different Links, and all the Master Swords. We know all this fucking info, But it seems like we never had anything dedicated to Ganon, to where we can just look at him and say, yup, that's why he's fucked up, because must have been when this happened. You know, and it'd be cool to experience it and kind of see where he's coming from, and kind of write that story. It'd be like reading a book about Ganon, you know, and how he became Ganon. I think that's cool, because there's reasons behind the madness sometimes, and you might even, maybe somewhere in that story, they could make it to where you feel kind of bad for Ganon. Maybe Ganondorf was treated like shit, and that's why he turned the way he did. Maybe it made him a terrible person, and he never shook it, and he became a fucking demon. So, the first thing you got to play, if you've never played Hyrule Warriors, you get to fucking play as Ganon for a while in that game, and it's so freaking cool. And that's when the idea I was like, man, if they could make a game where you're just fucking Ganon, dude, and you just go through the game and you're learning all about him, and then you hear about Link, and then Link ends up beating you, and you're trying to get Zelda at the end. Like, let that be the end, where it's the stereotypical, yes, Link's gonna beat me, and this and that, and let Ganon sometime in the game even kind of know that he's destined to beat me, but I'm gonna go after him, and I hope I win. You know, I'm gonna try my hardest. I got to get that Triforce. I got to do this, and then he becomes more and more evil, and you just start seeing him change. And throughout the game, he could change. You know, and you start seeing him become real ugly, to where when you're done with the game, you realize how nasty and disgusting he is. But at the beginning of the game, he might have just been like this sweet little boy who just went through a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think that'd be so cool. I don't know, I watch a lot of documentaries about a lot of weird people, and a lot of times there's a reason behind the madness, man. There's a reason why people are like that, and really bad things happen, and they were never able to shake it off. They were never able to change and be good. They just had to keep being evil, and they end up getting killed or going to jail and stuff. And documentaries, like I said, I watch. And that's usually what happens. But let me know what you think about that, or ideas you could have for it. Or if there's a little story, write me a little comment about Ganon. How did Ganon become... I swear he was a thief. And then from there on out, I thought an Ocarina of Time, he's trying to go into the castle. And I swear he's trying to kill the king. And he was trying to get the Triforce. And I believe he gets it. Correct? And then he turns it into the Dark World. And that's why you got to go back in time, because you got to stop it from happening. I think it's something along those lines. I might be butchering it. I played through Ocarina of Time once, and it was fantastic. But Nintendo never has long cinematics. Like, I would love a fucking game that has long cinematics for Ganon and Zelda, like Final Fantasy does, where I'm watching a video for 10 minutes. That's what I'd like. I'd love to have that. But, let me know what you think. I'm going to get going. I'm going to upload this shit, and I got to go to bed. Peace.